ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
Why in the world am I sitting back and being quiet about this?
Matt Hayes.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
And Leon Searcy.
If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, the big dogs finally got on the big stage up there at beautiful Bethpage Black. You couldn't wait if you were a big golf fan for the United States to be at home, nestled in the northeast of these United States with those rowdy Nayakas, as they were just going to give the Euros hell. Well, guess what? Right now, the United States is off to an El Succo start, and we'll see whether or not they can fight back for it. But JJ, I don't think it's too early to play this.
What the hell's wrong with you guys? It's the first quarter, man.
I'm not completely surrendering. I'm not saying we've been slaughtered or anything like that. But my gosh, man. 3-1 after the opening round, the foursomes, with all that energy that had been built up this entire time. Everyone talking about how great the scene and setting was going to be. Foursomes, we are not good at. If anybody doesn't know that yet, just take a look at the opening of the Ryder Cup. All right, we got plenty of football to get into, but we will have our eye on the Ryder Cup today. They sent Justin Thomas and Bryson DeChambeau out first against Johnny Rahm and Terrell Hatton, two, at times, angry men, okay? And yet they look like they got out of more jams in this opening match and ultimately just skate off to a 4-3 win. And then the best player in the world, Scotty Scheffler, what was the final? 5-3 or 5-4? It may have been. It was just terrible. 5-4, just terrible. And so we're not off to a good start.
So when it comes to the foursome, is it best ball?
Yeah. So the way it works is you have foursomes and four ball.
Mm-hmm.
We call it alternate shot. We might call it better ball. The Euros, they turn their nose up at that suggestion of alternate shot. But it is basically the masterpiece of teamwork and two guys that can play off of each other, understand the other one's game. All these stars in the game grew up playing on a team, and they should be a little more into the alternate shot. But the foursomes, for whatever reason, the Europeans have dominated the Americans. I'm looking at the numbers right now. If you take a look at foursomes in the Ryder Cup, like we said, one guy hits the first shot, next guy hits the next shot. You just keep alternating shots on a hole, and then they alternate shots at the tee.
So there's got to be a lot of communication. So it might be a guy that's good in the bunker, might be a guy that's good in the rough.
No, it's like I tee off, then you go next, then I go next.
Right.
Oh.
You just alternate
You don't
shot.
get to pick
shot.
who
You don't get to
goes.
pick go.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
But let me just at least set it up for you, okay? One guy hits a crappy shot, okay? I hit a crappy shot, and now it's your turn to get me out of that crappy shot and hit a great one. And then if you do it enough, it's kind of like you on offense and the defense is letting you down.
Yeah.
You may get into a dust-up on the sideline because the other guy just keeps putting you in a hole. And Russell Henley had many opportunities. First time as a Ryder Cupper, nervous as all get out, I'm guessing. But he and Scotty Scheffler paired with the best player in the world. And Scotty gave him 2 or 3 really good looks early at birdies that would have obviously given them a little more confidence and maybe the upper hand in the match. Miss. It was just...
So there's a lot of my bad going on.
Oh, there was definitely some my bad. Justin Thomas had an unbelievable
We all
opportunity.
know about you and my bad.
Yeah, I can't say my
All right, so look at these numbers, though. Okay, this explains it right now. Okay, if you go back since 1995, 4-ball, which is basically better ball. Me and Matt are playing you and JJ. If Matt has the better score between the two of us, that's the one that counts. You and Leon, you and JJ, whoever's got the best score, that's how it works. Anyway, the matches since 1995, 56.5 to 55.5, right? That's a wash. You look at the foursomes, 64.5 for Europe versus 47.5 for America. That is El Succo.
What you're trying to tell us is that the Americans can't check their tempers.
We're in a hole. We're in a hole. I tell them, if I'm Keegan Bradley, I say, go eat a Spam sandwich and get your butt back out there. Let's figure out how we can win in 4
There's
ball.
more team play, you're saying, with the Euros than there is in the Americans. The Americans get more agitated at each other.
Maybe.
They just have a better roster than we do, too.
Yeah. I
mean, it's clear from top to bottom. We have Harris English and Russell Henley and J.J. Spawn and
Listen, you will not attack your fellow JJ. Okay.
Well, they didn't even play him today. We actually could have used him.
You might have could have used him because they'll have the early matches and then the later matches. We'll see if he can help the squad. But here we are.
We'll certainly be playing this afternoon.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. We'll keep an eye on it. But let's get to your Jags. We've got Tony Khan coming up just a little over 10 minutes from now because they got big doings at the Daly's Place setting with the AEW Tuesday and Wednesday night. So we'll say hello to Tony Khan, the master architect of AEW, and then we'll also get into a little Jaguar talk with him. But one of the biggest things right now coming out yesterday is Robert Saleh, a former coach here in Jacksonville, a head coach up in New York before he got canned by Woody and company up there and Aaron Rodgers. He goes back to San Francisco as the defensive coordinator, and he basically, it's that guy that pays you a backhanded compliment, Leon.
Mm-hmm.
You know that guy, right?
Yeah.
He tells you how great you are at doing something bad, or you're really...
He's paranoid is what he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
Any success you have on him, he has to be stealing. You got to be stealing.
Yeah. And so he's saying that they're really, really good at stealing signs, but it's perfectly legal. Play a little bit of what Robert Saleh had to say yesterday, JJ, and then we'll get to Liam Cohen's response.
You know, Liam and his staff, coming from a couple of guys coming from Minnesota, you know, they've got legally a really advanced signal stealing type system where they always find a way to put themselves in an advantageous situation. They do a great job with it. They formation you to try to find any nugget they can. So we've got to be great with our signals, and we got to be great with our communication, and to combat some of the tells that we might give on the field. So they're almost elite in that regard.
You say?
Wah, wah, wah. We're crying. He said schematically. So, I mean, formationally, we put you in a situation where we know what you're doing based upon your tendencies of when we move and shift guys.
Yeah.
That's not stealing. That's just doing your homework.
I would think, because I don't know that you can have a whole lot of communication once the headset goes off. You can't talk. I think it's at 15 seconds, and there is a lot of movement, and you're just trying to figure things out. I don't think too many people are looking and stealing signs at that point. At least I wouldn't think that's happening.
I understand the whole sign stealing thing.
Yeah.
I get it, and I get that. Like it's the spirit of the game is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt about that. I just look at it as if you're Robert Saleh and you've got a team coming into you that clearly is feeling good about itself, that has forced 9 turnovers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're basically just minimizing everything they've done.
Yeah, and he's basically, he accused a bunch of people. He threw Kevin O'Connell in there, the Minnesota guys, everything. All right, here's Liam Cohen's response, the cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, as far as the question about whether or not there is any of this shenanigans going on.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on that fully right now. Have a huge game for us coming up this weekend. Got a great defense that we've got to go and attack, and that's where our whole mindset and mentality is right now. By formation, by game plan, by working really hard as a coaching staff throughout the week, trying to get indicators by your formation, motion, shift, pre-snap. Those are the things that you're trying to do as a coach if you're trying to put your players in the best position to be successful, whether it's attacking man or zone coverage with your formations, motions, and concepts. So it's a lot of hard work that goes into game planning and trying to put your players in the best position to be successful.
Yeah, that's all it is. He's trying to put your players in the best position so they can have success.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I'll take it all day. If you're gaining any angular advantage, if you do your homework and you recognize what is happening, and you like he's saying and you're describing that they move people around to get an idea of what the other side's doing, and you could do it. Look, they don't need to have too many illegal shifts. They need to clean that part of it up. But formation your fanny off and figure out what they're doing. and gaining it.
And why wouldn't you do that if you're an offense? If you pick up on their tendencies, or when you're in this formation, they bring this blitz, and then maybe you move a guy in motion to take them out of their blitz. I mean, that's just common sense to me. Well, what's the problem?
Yeah.
See, this animosity has to go probably way back to when all these coaches were with the Rams, and Robert Saleh was the coordinator with the 49ers.
It may be.
Yeah.
It may be, but he, like I said,
actually, that might be.
Yeah.
He threw Kevin O'Connell and company under the bus as well.
Yeah,
So
he said the Vikings.
yeah, he went right after him. All right, so we got plenty to get into. We want to hear from you guys today. A Florida Home AC Friday. Would love for you guys to jump in on that conversation. You can jump in the YouTube chat. You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. Rock and roll suggestions get you in a good mood today, get you fired up for that 4 o'clock kick on Sunday. You can do it by hitting the text line with JJ the DJ, a full playlist. Okay, the kid has got a lot of compact disc inside the producer's room right there. So he'll find them in a sleeve and a jacket or whatever, and he'll play them for you. So let's get fired up today. Let's talk about that ball game, all the other ones that are going on in the college football world, including tonight, FSU, Virginia. And Big Sirs, you'll tell them what you're thinking coming up here in just 1 second. Sirs has got an idea of what might happen tonight. All right, stick around. It is XLP.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. He has ways of getting information from the competition.
That's the trouble with the world today. No one takes the time to do a really sinister interrogation anymore.
Hayes Carline takes you behind enemy lines.
It's a lost art.
Activated by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We all make decisions every day, but with Prize Picks, being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Josh Allen, more or less than 229.5 passing yards. Justin Jefferson, more or less than 79.5 receiving yards. It's just that simple. Here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all of Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's $50 instantly when you play 5 with promo code 1010XL. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass, still family owned and in business for 100 years. When they say you're going to see a big difference, that's for everything. Custom showers and spas, tabletops, mirrors, even replacing foggy windows, all at a more affordable price. And with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed, Lee and Kate's Glass is your best choice. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator! Frank Frangie here. It's always truck season at Nimnick Chevrolet. Well, this month, you can save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0%. Unlike most dealerships, Nimnick Chevrolet has the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. With their extensive selection, you're sure to find your perfect truck at Nimnick. So shop online at nimnickchevy.com or visit the dealership at Park and Cassett. Who's got more new Chevrolets at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Jacksonville, All Elite Wrestling is coming home to Daly's Place for 2 huge nights. Dynamite Title Tuesday, October 7th, and as special Wednesday Collision, October 8th. Feel the real as the greatest professional wrestlers in the world deliver a homecoming to remember. Championships at stake on a Tuesday, and stars collide on a special night. It's AEW's Homecoming with Dynamite Title Tuesday, October 7th, and Collision, October 8th. Tickets on sale now, starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
A 3-0 49ers squad waiting out west. San Francisco getting ready to get it on against your Jacksonville Jaguars. 2-1, the home team with a chance maybe to draw even with the Indianapolis Colts. If they win and the Colts drop one, we'll see. You guys can let us know what your gut is, how you're feeling, all that type of stuff. 641-1010. We got Tony Khan coming up in just a couple of minutes as we will talk to one of the guys that has been in the trenches trying to build this team back up. And, of course, he's got AEW festivities next week at Daly's Place. We're definitely going to be getting into that. But real quick, Big Sirs, you said it as we were doing our pre-show. And do you have a bad feeling or a good feeling about college football tonight?
I have a good feeling.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Please describe.
I'm going to pull up a chair in the belly of the beast around all kind of Florida State fans and watch the game today with them. And I'm going to be rooting them on, unfortunately.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to root them on, of course. But don't.
Garnet and gold to the death?
Huh? Never. Never.
You're rooting on Florida State?
I'm rooting for them to win because I want them at their best.
Okay. You want the undefeated
Florida State Seminoles.
FSU v. Miami.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect record.
But
versus perfect
if they
record.
do lose tonight, I will listen. I don't know if the studio's open tomorrow. I will come in the morning. Do your own Big Sur show.
During the outdoor show?
Yes, during the outdoor show, I will say something.
I think Captain Kevin Favor is probably listening right now. He'll save a spot for you. He'll let you slide on in and vamp and just kind of get things off your chest. And Logs, I don't think Logs would protest. Kirk, I don't think any of them would
Logs
protest.
is a Virginia guy.
Yeah.
Listen, Matt called it.
Yeah.
All week.
He did.
Yeah. And so
Virginia
Logs
is going to win this game, says Matt Hayes.
Yeah, you are saying that, right?
I am saying that.
Yeah, okay, I love it. So honestly, Logs, proud Cavalier that he is.
What time's the show?
7.
I think it's very early.
In the morning?
Yeah.
I'll get up. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll get up in the morning. I'll set the alarm for 6 a.m.
Oh, they'll be ready for you. Listen, I'm sure we'll hear from Captain Kevin Favor if we do need to make room for you. He will be more than happy.
I think the golf show's around 11 a.m. That's more your speed.
Yeah, so you might be in with Caddy Mike and Tom and all those guys.
Plus, all you FSU guys out there that are giving me grief already on the text line, I was the same guy who said that Alabama's going to have problems with y'all season opener.
True.
So.
Yeah. And so you did pick that one. All right, so you definitely can chime in on that. Do you, if you're just thinking about this game just a little bit, there certainly are things to be thinking about. A couple of pretty good running backs in the backfield. We mentioned Chandler Morris, their quarterback, yesterday, and their receiver, who's hauled in a bunch of big plays, and they're averaging, 5-6 yards per carry, something like that. Against the run, they're pretty decent, stopping people.
They've already ran for 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah, they are
probably both teams.
Yeah. I'd have
but
to.
I was talking about Virginia.
I would think so because, like we said, the Florida State Seminoles in 3 games' time hammering 2 patsies in Kent State and East Texas A&M, and then obviously beating Alabama. They They're within 11 points of what they scored the entire year last year, which is just incredible. So we'll keep it going with FSU, with all the other big ball games that are coming up. You got 2 or 3 big ones tonight. You got a bunch of them tomorrow. So we'll do that. But right now, let's talk a little Jaguar football, a little AEW.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
It's a pleasure to say hello to Tony Khan as he joins us right here on XLP. Tony, how you doing?
I'm very well. Thanks for having me on.
Listen, we appreciate it. I know you got to be pretty jacked up next week. And when you think of the AEW in its infancy, and then you tweeted out when you go back last night's action, or excuse me, 2 nights ago, and 6-year anniversary coming up next week.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 years of AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights. It's pretty incredible, and we're pretty excited about that. It's been a great 6 years.
Tony, could you have imagined it becoming it makes such an impact, not only on the sport, but in your life?
Yeah, I can. A lot of us have been very blessed to work for years in football, and sometimes you draw up a crazy play. It involves moving the ball down the field, maybe a deep vertical pass, and it could be a very intricate idea, and it takes a lot of things to make such an idea work. And it involves hard work, timing, luck, a lot of skilled players, and a lot of times you see teams pull off those plays. And this was something like that. It was a calculated risk. It was a strategy. It was a very bold play, and it's worked very, very well. And we've had a lot of success now with AEW. We're on in over 150 countries all over the world. We've had great ratings. We're having a great 2025, and we've expanded. We're on every Wednesday night on TBS. We're on every weekend on TNT, and that's been going on for years. But this year, we also started streaming the shows on HBO Max, helping us reach a whole new audience, connecting with fans that have maybe cut the cord or only watch streaming. So it's been really great for us. And the most important thing is the quality of the shows, the quality of the wrestling. Every time you watch AEW, the fans know that you're going to get a show that we work really hard on, and the wrestlers put out their very best every single week. And I think it's not a surprise that it's grown, but we're really proud of what AEW is becoming and how big it's getting with AEW.
All right, Tony, let's shift gears a bit to the Jaguars. What has Gladstone, Liam, and Baselli meant to the energy in the building?
Oh, it's so great. It's so great what they brought to the building. Tony Baselli I've known for years, and to see how he's grown into this executive role and the leadership Tony brings, he has so much experience around the NFL. He's a Hall of Fame player. He knows the Jaguars organization so well, and he knows the NFL very well. And he has great insights on the team, on the franchise, on the city, and the people here. And then James and Liam, they are very, very experienced in the NFL, even though they're both very young men. I think Liam is already becoming a great NFL head coach, and I think Liam's been a great coach in the NFL. He's a great mind. He's a great play caller. And now we're seeing Liam bringing great leadership to the team. And I am also really excited about what James is doing. I think James is becoming an incredible general manager. He's been a very experienced football executive, even though he's a very young man. Another thing about James is he's such a great guy. I think executives around the league are going to trust James because he's the kind of person who keeps his word. So whether it's on a trade or confidential negotiations, I think people are going to trust James because he's a trustworthy person. And he's also a brilliant guy. He works so hard. He works the phones. He's always trying to find new options for trades. He's always looking at potential free agents. He's got such a great mind for football. He is a very creative thinker. He is very apt about using data and analytics, which are things I'm really interested in. James is a very next-generation football executive, and fitting that he uses the next-gen stats and all the data that we track on the players game to game and all the information now we have about speed and acceleration and all the things that you see in the broadcast now. So I really like working with all three of them, and I think everybody in the team has really clicked. and we found something very special. It's a very different energy around the team in the building. I think the fans can see it. I think the media can see it, and it's exciting.
Oh, it is. I think all of Duval is pretty pumped about what they've seen so far. We're talking with Tony Coen. We're definitely going to get to everything that's going on with AEW next week at Daly's Place, but I do want to stay on the Jags with what you're describing there, Tony. And what's the difference in your mind in the building? Your father and you took a huge swing in making the decision after Liam Coen took his name out. Then you guys let go of Trent Baalke. You went and got him. Kind of take us through that, and then how much the change has affected the building.
Well, I think my dad made a really bold call to make changes and bring in Liam Coen and James Gladstone and Tony Baselli, and we have great new executives working with us. And I think the energy, some of it's intangible differences that you can feel, but a lot of it is very tangible and noticeable things. I think it's a great roster of players. There's a really positive attitude, and it's a very collaborative spirit. In this building, there's no finger pointing. There's accountability, but it's all about being a team and trying to pick each other up, and also really hard work and having fun. It's a very fun vibe in the building right now, and very loose, but also very positive. And I think it comes from having really young, driven professionals putting in a lot of hours and working really hard together. I think there's also a lot of chemistry with this group. You know, it's nice having people that really like working together and like spending long hours together. That always makes it easier. And I do think right now there's a lot of positive energy around the team, and I think it's going to stay that way because that's the kind of leadership that these guys are bringing to the Jags now.
Tony, are you still working with the draft free agents? And if you are, how did you zero in on Jaquindon Jackson?
Well, I'm still working on the draft free agents. It's a collaborative process, and we've got a nice process going. There's a few players that came through, you mentioned, and I think we have a new general manager and a new group of people, but I am still doing that, and I do still like working on the undrafted free agents. So there's a number of factors that can contribute, to why a player might come through and who makes the calls on it. But that is still, a big part of what I do. I've always liked doing that, and we've had a lot of good players come into the Jaguars, that way over the years. James also really is a big believer in the undrafted free agents. James really loves working that part of the draft, and that's fun for me too. It's not like on Saturday when the 7th round ends, it's not like the work stops here in any way, shape, or form. When we look at Jackson, who's a good example of an undrafted free agent, I mean, that's somebody that had good experience and had good analytics and metrics around him. I think that's a good one. Strigow is another player.
Yeah. You got two on the roster.
That came through. And Danny Strigow is another example of that, where it was somebody that we really liked as an undrafted free agent based on the data out of Minnesota. So whether it was Jackson out of Arkansas or Strigow out of Minnesota, I think we still really like being very aggressive when the draft ends and working hard on Saturdays to try and bring in the best players. And we, even before James had joined us, that was something that was always a philosophy of the organization. We've always worked really hard to try to grab the best players who don't get drafted over the years. And it was nice to see with our first draft working together, that's absolutely a huge, huge priority for James Gladstone and this group. And we were able to get some good players in. Like you said, Jackson's a good one. I think Strigow is a good one. And we're going to keep doing that on the Saturdays in the draft.
Love it. Love it. All right, Tony, before we have to say goodbye to you, tell everybody, kind of paint the picture Tuesday and Wednesday, what will be happening at Daly's Place with AEW.
Well, it's going to be a huge week of wrestling coming up next week. It'll be that Monday night football game just over a week away. And then coming off the Monday night game, we're going to have 2 nights of AEW in Jacksonville at Daly's Place. And we've had so many great shows, pay-per-views, big events there. We're going to have Title Tuesday. There's only 1 week a year where AEW Dynamite gets bumped off a Wednesday. It's Major League Baseball Wild Card, and we always make a huge event of it called Title Tuesday because Dynamite's on Wednesday 51 weeks a year, and there's always this 1 week a year in the MLB playoffs where we do a huge Tuesday event, and it's coming to Jacksonville. It's going to be live on TBS and on HBO Max at 8 o'clock, and the action will actually start earlier at 7, and we go live on TBS and HBO Max at 8 on Tuesday night, Title Tuesday at Daly's Place. You can get your tickets at AEWTIX.com, and we're going to stay, and we're also on Wednesday, since we love wrestling on Wednesdays every week, we're going to shoot Collision, which is our Saturday show. We're going to shoot Collision on Wednesday at Daly's Place. So we're actually going to have 2 nights in Daly's Place, Tuesday and Wednesday. And what a great way to spend the week with Monday Night Football on October 6th on Monday, and then having the 7th and the 8th in Daly's Place for AEW. You can get your tickets for the AEW shows at AEWTIX.com, and they're going to be great, great events. So to anybody listening, it's a great way to spend a night with your family, and it's on in over 150 countries around the world. If you bring a sign, there's a good chance it's going to get on TV, as long as it's appropriate for television. And if you come to the show, there's a good chance you're going to get on TV. So please, we'll hope to see you for the AEW shows. And if you can't watch them, we're on every week, Wednesday nights on TBS, Saturday nights on TNT, like tomorrow night. I'll be in West Virginia for AEW. It'll be on TNT at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And then I'll take a red eye to San Francisco for the game, and I'll see you guys at the game.
Yeah, you're a hard-working son of a gun. We do know that because the wheels never stop turning. All right, so I love the setup. Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs, then the 7th and the 8th inside Daly's Place, AEWTIX.com. You can go to AllEliteWrestling.com and check everything out. But Tony, hopefully we'll be able to visit with you again. But congratulations on everything that is happening, and we hope for all Duval that you're going to be able to share in a team that's on its way to a winning record and maybe the postseason with your Jags.
I hope so too. I always appreciate you guys having me on, and thank you for saying that. I'm excited about what the Jags are doing, and I'm very excited also to bring AEW back to Jacksonville. And I'm sure I'll see you guys at the Jags game this weekend and at the Monday night game.
All right, sounds good, Tony. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, that's awesome. The 7th and the 8th at Daly's Place, and we had registration last week at Lifetime Enclosures for AEWTIX, and so the way he said it with the way the MLB schedule works, that's the one time that they go to Title Tuesday. That's good. All right, let's react to that. We got to say hello to our head coach, Dave Campo, a busy man in D-Town. But we're going to get a couple segs, hopefully, with him as we look ahead to this game against San Francisco.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Duval. Yes, you heard that right. We love being in Duval County, and we love this city. But during football season, it's absolutely Luval around here. Hey, it's Don from Tagaloo, and yes, it is that time of year again. I know everyone's working hard all week getting ready for game day. Tagaloo is ready for you. If it's pregame, if it's postgame, during the game, no matter what your game is, enjoy it with us at Tagaloo in Jacksonville Beach.
Pregame Friday, built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Looking for a vacation from the ordinary? Celebrate the end of summer at Tobacco Cove. Join us Saturday, September 27th from 1 to 4 p.m. for a sensory getaway with Espinosa's Cigars. Discover exceptional cigars, delicious food, and your chance to win awesome prizes. Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. It's more than a cigar store, it's an experience. Don't miss out. Your escape awaits.
When you roll into a convenience store for some cold Bud Light, you want to make sure it's, well, cold. Check out the big coolers at Circle K. They make sure it's chilled and ready to go for the big game or party. Swing by Circle K and pick up some cold Bud Light.
Enjoy barbecue, live music, and auctions at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida's 4th annual Sizzlin' Soiree, presented by Dunkin' Donuts, October 2nd at the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine. Get tickets at bgcnf.org.
Coen Flowers announces their home holiday decorating team is now taking orders for the holiday season. This is Max with 1010XL. No more hassling with tree buying, untangling, and hanging burned out lights. Call Coen Flowers. They'll do it all.
If you want to sell your home, or you're worried about selling your home, or you've had trouble selling your home, let me give you the hotline to the help you need. That's the hotline to Chad and Sandy. 904-414-6200, chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to get the right price, and you need the right marketing, the proven systems. Chad and Sandy hit every base for you. Need to sell now? Instant offers coming. Fast, easy, stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy bring your home to market with unmatched exposure, whether you're buying or selling. Fast or max cash, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. And how about this promise? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. They are the real estate experts you can trust. So call them today at 904-414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
All right, we got to go rapid fire with our special guest. He is our head coach, Dave Campo. We've got his picks later, but we got to get a little intel and analysis in between special guests for lunch day in Dallas. Is that right, Coach?
Yes, absolutely. Hi, guys. Hey, listen, I want to start off by saying I am really excited that in the picks that Matt is back average, 50-50. I'm excited for that for him.
That's a drive-by.
Yeah, Matt went 5-1. He is now 12-12. It's
unreal, man.
But Dave Campo in the lead now by himself with, let's see.
17-7.
Yeah, 17-7, Dave. Congratulations. You really are the crown.
Thank you. Well, right now, there's a lot of games left.
A lot of football left.
Let me tell you something, pal. The higher you get on that ladder, the more your ass shows, okay? Just remember that.
That's a good one.
All right, Coach, what do you think about this game? Give us a couple of things to think about heading into San Francisco.
Well, listen, I want to make sure everybody understands that every game is different. It doesn't matter what you did last week, but obviously when you look at the game that you just played, you get a feel for the game. And knowing the injury situation and some of the things going on in San Francisco, this is a game that could be a heck of a game. It could be a winning game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the key thing when you look at it is I think you got two teams right now, and I'm including the Jacksonville in this, the way they finished this last game, that have found a way to win, and that's what San Francisco has done. So I'm looking forward to the game. It should be a good one.
Now, Coach, the Jaguars playing a team like the 49ers going on the West Coast, they come away with a victory. How does that not only change the narrative of the team, nationally, but how does it change the narrative of the team within that locker room, knowing that you can go out there and be a team like the 49ers?
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, it's a big game. It's a game that obviously is important to both teams. San Francisco's sitting at 3-0. Now you're looking at the Jags at 2-1 and trying to keep pace with the Colts. You go out there with the idea you're going to win the football game and then get it done. It would be a big boost, Leon, for sure, because I think the tradition of the San Francisco 49ers is one that, like I said, they know how to win. So for them to go out there and win this game, that's going to be big for the franchise.
Dave, I'm picking them to go out and win. I think they got a little mo. I think defense is playing really well. And more important, the defense is confident. They start catching the ball and eliminate the drops, they're going to win that game.
Well, and I agree with you. Like I said, I think this is a very winnable football game. I don't know if Purdy's going to be out there. Mac Jones is a little banged up. He's done well. But I look at it as a winnable game. And the one thing I can tell you is the thing I've been the most excited about this team is the things that have happened to it in 2 ball games now, really 3 games, is there are fixable things out there, especially with the drops. Our receivers are not going to continue to drop the football. I feel confident that Parker Washington and the other receivers are good enough that they're going to make some plays here going down the stretch. So for me, I think we go out there with the right frame of mind, which I think we will. Hey, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, Tim Patrick was the guy they went and got, and they already have at least integrated him in there. He made a decent catch the other day, and they'll try and get to him a little bit more if Diami doesn't go. Defensively, Coach, Josh Hines, Allen Trayvon Walker, and Eric Armstead. This is going to be a real important game for Eric Armstead to show up interiorly if Trent Williams blocks the edge.
Well, first of all, I think they've done a great job. I think Campanile has done a great job with integrating guys into where their best opportunity to rush the passer is. For example, Lloyd. I mean, Lloyd is doing what he did at the University of Utah. He's running games with the defensive line up front, and that's his strength. And I think losing the weight that he did, I think he looks faster. But then when you look at Armstead now, Armstead has done an excellent job, especially with the games. He gets off the football, he's physical, and what he's done is he's kind of set up Trayvon Walker on those what I call TE games where the tackle busts up the field and the defensive end comes up underneath. And that's Trayvon Walker's strength, in my opinion. You get him on a guard or a back, you got a chance to make a big play. And I think they've done a good job with those stunts, and I think that has to continue.
Coach, we know organizationally the 49ers are from top to bottom, their structure. You know that when you go in there and play a team like that, you've got to beat them. You've got to play complementary football, offense, defense, and special teams. I'm not worried about the defensive side of the ball. I'm worried a little bit about the offense. So we can get the offensive side moving forward, then we might have a shot.
Yeah, there's no question. I think that, the one thing that we've shown is the thing that they've been emphasizing all the way through training camp on the defensive side of the ball is don't turn the ball over. Well, again, you have to look at our offense from the standpoint that it's a new scheme, and it's a timing-based scheme as far as the passing game is concerned. And so some of the things that are happening, obviously we've dropped way too many balls, and they've really led to 2 interceptions. You eliminate that, you're in great shape. You can't turn the ball over in big games. Turnovers is probably the biggest thing that separates winning and losing when you look at what are the things that make the difference. We've done it on defense. We've had a few too many on offense. Those are the things that have to change for sure.
All right, Coach, we'll take a quick break, come back, get you a few more thoughts on this game, the keys in your mind. We'll do that coming up with our head coach, Dave Campo, on a Floor Home AC Friday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Looking out over that Golden Gate Bridge.
It's a gold rush to the Golden Gate. Duval Pride takes a long ride to the Golden State.
Let's go!
Jaguars, 49ers. It's a make-a-statement kind of game. Sunday at 4 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010 XL.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Hey, it's Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter, and you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor, climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at atlanticinfinity.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 26, 1993, Davis Love III secures the victory for the U.S. as they went on to defeat Europe in the Ryder Cup.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is celebrating 30 years with a huge new and used firearm sale all September. It's the perfect time to save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday. 0 sales tax on firearms at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
I'm Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter Amber's journey with Awaken 180. Well, ready for this? She has now lost 60 pounds. That number's real, 60 pounds in a little over 3 months. And here's the thing, she loves doing it. She just went on a trip to Tampa to see a concert, sort of a road trip. And I asked her, was it hard to stay on the diet? She said, Dad, that's just it. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change, and it's sustainable. And it's sustainable even when you're on the road. She is so excited. It has not changed her life. I think that's the best thing. It's a lifestyle change, but it doesn't ruin your life. She's loving her life, and she's so excited that she's been able to lose all that weight. You can do the same thing. You can kickstart your transformation. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com. It's working for Amber, and she's so excited, and I promise you it can work for you. 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com.
Jacksonville is game time, and just like the Jaguars fight for every yard on the field, Duck Duck Rooter fights for every customer at home. From plumbing repairs to septic pump outs to keeping your AC cool all season long, we've got the winning playbook. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and delivers championship service every time. When plumbing, septic, or AC problems put you on defense, don't fumble the call. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists returns with their free bumps and bruises evaluation clinics this season. Now with 4 locations, these free injury assessments are open to all schools and athletic programs. Saturday mornings through October from 9 to 10 at Cortex Sports Performance in Ponte Vedra, Preferred PT in Fleming Island, and Brooks Rehab on Centurion Parkway and World Golf Village.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
Hanging out on a beautiful Friday, thanks to Florida Home AC. We appreciate all of y'all hanging out with us. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ. We got our head coach for a couple more minutes, Dave Campo, before he goes into his second of 2 special lunches today. Real quick, Coach, you got to tell us what the special lunch is with the kids before we get back to the game.
Well, first of all, it's the reason that I'm back here. It's not that I didn't like Jacksonville. You know that.
Yes.
To get closer to the grandkids and the kids. I got two young ones that are having a special lunch where the grandparents or those that don't have grandparents that have friends of the family that come and eat lunch with them, and that's an exciting thing. I'm happy that I can be able to do that, but I'm also happy that I can be able to come on with you guys as well.
All right, is it a seafood tower or a PB&J?
What's on the menu?
Yeah, Jersey Mike's.
Okay, all right, there you go.
Jersey Mike's.
There we
All
go.
right.
All right.
All right.
So
So
I don't know
listen,
if
man,
they pay us.
you being the wildly successful former NFL coach you are, what would you say to Brian Thomas Jr. right now? How would you handle that?
Well, first of all, I think when you look at Brian Thomas, it's just a matter of time where he comes out of it. I think you really tell him that, hey, obviously you need to play better. And I think Liam Coen is one of those guys that can do that. I think he has the respect of the football team right now, and I think that's the biggest thing. But when you're successful as a team like we were last week, and he makes one of the big plays, I think that you can go to him and say, Brian, that's who we know you are. Let's make the tough catches. You're capable of doing it. It's a concentration thing. Let's concentrate, and we know we're behind you. We know you're going to be able to do it, and let's roll.
Now, Coach, how impressed have you been with the offensive line, and what would be your grade for them this early in the season?
I'll tell you what, I'm pleased with them, to be perfectly honest with you. There's some mistakes. I mean, we've had a couple of holding penalties, but overall, two things. Number one, Trevor really hasn't gotten hit, but number two, he's been able to step up into the pocket. And that, to me, is going to be the key going forward. And I think they've done a good job with that, especially the interior guys. I think Harrison is playing better than he has. Little, every once in a while, will make a mistake here or there. But I think the overall, and then you add the power running game to them. Listen, there's a reason that ETN is the number one back, and they got rid of Bigsby. The one thing about the power running game, Leon, there's not a lot of hanging around in the backfield. You hit the hole where the hole is, and you make something happen. And that's what ETN is doing, and they're doing a good job with the pulls, the kickouts, the double teams, all those kind of things. I'm pleased with them, and I think we got a couple of young guys back there that are going to push the guys that we have up front when they get the Milam kid, when he gets healthy. But listen, every game's different. I think they're doing also a good job with chipping on the guys that they have to chip on. When they're chipping, they're going a little deeper. When they don't chip with the back, they're getting the ball out quick. So that's the way it's got to happen.
All right, let's get back to Trevor real quick, Coach, because we only got a couple minutes left with you. The defense for San Francisco held Kyler Murray to under 160 yards. 5 of 15 on third down, 1 of 3 trips in the red zone. Trevor, his completion percentage is below 56% right now. He threw the pick, didn't get in the end zone, and they're going to try and make him beat them as opposed to that run game. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. I agree at this point right now with the way the receivers have turned some things down, and he's been. Yeah, there have been some times, obviously, his percentage would be a lot better if guys just caught the football.
Right.
But at the same time, he's been a little bit off at times. The one thing I want to see him do, I'm not concerned. I think the receivers will start catching the ball. I think he is getting rid of the ball on time. He's reading to where to go with the football better. So I'm okay there. The thing I'd like to see is that he has not hit the deep ball when he's had the opportunity. And I'm talking about down the field where he's had some guys open.
Yeah.
He hasn't executed those. I'm more concerned with that because I think you need big plays in a game most of the time, especially when you play a good football team, to win the football game.
Dave, they looked like in the first game and really against the Bengals like they were a team that could hit those second and third level throws, right? And now it just in one game you start to question whether it can happen or not now.
Yeah, and again, I don't consider the second level plays as deep balls. I'm talking about where he's thrown down the field on the posts and some of those.
I mean, like the explosion plays, though.
Yeah,
just as much.
And to be honest with you, that's got to improve. The one thing I do know, though, is I love Liam Coen the way he calls a game. I think it's a much more intriguing situation that he has. I love the fact that Trevor can check off and get the ball to the guy that has the best. Then it's his responsibility to get the ball to that guy that's got the best opportunity.
Coach, how about them Canes, baby?
We're off
Number
topic
two,
right
baby,
now.
off topic.
We're off topic.
We had to get off the track.
Hey, Leon, I'm with you 100%. And Mario just had a birthday, so I think this is going to be a big week over there with FSU. I'm looking forward to the game. I think this is a good football team. I'm looking forward to, and I think he's doing the same thing as far as featuring the running game and then going off of that. I'm a little concerned. I don't know about the arm strength and everything with Beck, but at the same time, he's a veteran. He's experienced. I like our football team, and defensively, they're much better.
Oh, yeah.
I love the defensive coordinator.
So you have to understand this. Let me tell the people, Coach, that Coach texts me during the game, right?
Yeah.
So Coach is literally coaching while he's texting me during the game.
I don't doubt it.
Absolutely. I'm fired up. Listen, I'm a Jaguar, a Cane, and I'm kind of getting back a little bit with the Cowboys. But I'm a Jag and a Cane. That's it.
All right, Coach. Listen, go enjoy those young grandchildren of yours and enjoy it with Kay and the rest of the family out there.
Thank you very much, Joe. And listen, one thing settled down a little bit. I'm hopeful that I can be on for a few more segments with you guys.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll get you set up with Zoom or something, but enjoy it right now, and we'll talk to you. I'm sure we'll talk to you during the game. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and go Jags.
All right, Coach. That sounds good. He's happy. He's loving it. That's for sure.
Love that dude. Love him, man.
Yeah. And so, one of the things he's saying is that offense, they are going to force the passing game to beat them. And we need to stay on that subject. We'll get in the 1 o'clock hour a little bit more because Jacksonville's got 14 drops. We know that that's the most in the league. Brian Thomas, we know what he's been through, but there are others that have been dropping it as well. And where can the good plays come from? If Trevor can be just a little more accurate and then obviously get these guys on that deep ball, that explosion play that Matty's talking about, we'll get into all that coming up in the 1 o'clock hour. A Florida home AC Friday, plenty of big college football as well. What do you guys think if you're Noles fans about tonight? Georgia, what do you think about that game against Alabama? Tomorrow, you've got Ole Miss and LSU. So many other big ones. Jump in on them right here on XLP.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford. Offense puts people in seats. Points put teams in the playoffs. Who will be this week's Offensive Player of the Game on 1010XL? Nailed down by Universal Roofing Contracting.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love a man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Queen Law Group on 1010XL.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Unlike those big corporate-owned stores, Beard's Diamonds doesn't rely on AI to help you find the right diamond. Beard's Diamonds specializes in DI, Diamond Intelligence. As Town Center's only locally owned jeweler with international connections, Beard's Diamonds is the smart choice for choosing the right jewelry for any occasion. Our Diamond Intelligence comes from years of helping your Jacksonville neighbors and connecting them to beautiful, dazzling diamonds from top designers like Tacori and Verragio. Diamond Intelligence is about finding the diamond that expresses what words can't and leaves her speechless. And Diamond Intelligence is tapping into partners from around the globe to find your true treasure without the middleman markups and bottom line algorithms. Come experience the local, loyal, and helpful difference of Beard's Diamonds in Town Center, home of Diamond Intelligence. There's nothing artificial about it. Beard's Diamonds, proud to be Jacksonville's jeweler at the St. John's Town Center.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at GuardianCollision.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Gate Petroleum Company. Step into a football weekend here on the Superstation, beginning with high school football action at 6 p.m. as Bulls will go toe-to-toe against Baldwin on 1010 a.m. At 7 p.m., Bishop Kenny will face Parker on 92.5 FM. LSU and Ole Miss will square off on the gridiron on Saturday. We'll have that game for you beginning at 3:30 on 92.5 FM. Right now, 88 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, getting ready for what could be a very, very big ball game against the San Francisco 49ers. XLP, the 1 o'clock hour is here. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, and JJ on a Florida Home AC Friday. And this team will travel west, and we know that out west it's not very good. But if you take a look at this team as a whole on the road, they haven't been particularly great at times, and been particularly great at home
Anywhere,
at times.
right.
Yeah. And so the record against the 49ers is 5-2, Leon. Okay? 5-2. As a matter of fact, let's just do a real quick, the ukulele, if you don't mind, JJ. Just real quick, because... Oh, yeah. Let's just at least mix them in there together, okay? A delicious Pacifico, if you want to enjoy one over the weekend. From the Atlantic to the Pacifico! To the delicious Mexican lager, and you can always enjoy a cold one if you're out and about, or pick it up at your area grocer. Now, do you know what the biggest margin of victory for this football team is against the San Francisco 49ers?
43. You'll beat them 46-3 with it in 1999, I believe.
Okay, I don't need to hear anything else. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was gunning for.
W, Big Sirs.
It wasn't the exact score, but you nailed it because I knew you knew it.
Yeah.
You guys, I think it was 44-3.
44-3.
44-3.
Gotcha. Okay.
And as I look back, Tony Bracken's got a sack on Steve Young. Kevin Hardy got a sack on Steve Young. Brother Aaron Beasley picked him off and took it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Even had enough time to do his own version of Primetime.
I remember that.
Yeah, remember that?
It was pouring down rain in that game too.
Dancing into the end zone.
It was.
Yeah.
And that that game, TC was telling us that in '99 to set the narrative of no longer looking up at teams,
right?
Admiring them, being that team.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great way for TC to sell it to you guys. And hopefully Liam Coen can take some version of that and sell that idea to this team. Because, that was Steve Young and company. That was a bunch of really good 49ers football players back then. And you guys took care of business and dispatched them quickly out of the bank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got to – I mean, that whole 99 setup was about us being the team – to be hunted and not being the team that's the hunter.
Yeah.
So it was about us elevating ourselves to prominence to where we're no longer looking up at teams. And it started with the 49ers.
Right. That even set the record for the largest margin of victory loss or largest margin loss for the San Francisco 49ers. They'd never been beaten that badly as a franchise.
Yeah, but you mess with Duval, that's what you get.
Yeah.
My guess is probably still haven't been beaten that badly.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But that was a big one then. And so, like we said, they don't see each other very often, but this series right now is 5 to the 49ers, 2 to the Jaguars, and one of those 2 wins was all the way back in 1999. And the other one was just a 10-9 win. But as Coach laid it out, let's just lay out our keys because we're going to be doing picks and a little college football coming up here in a second. But if we did our XLP Big Three right now, the keys that you feel like absolutely have to happen for this team to be successful.
You got to run the football. You absolutely got to run the football. They're going to try to make it a game where Trevor Lawrence win the game for you, but we got to establish a ground game first and foremost. Right. That's how you neutralize the crowd and everything, move the chains. Like I said, once again, take possessions away from them by running the football.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying affect the quarterback, turn him over.
Yeah.
I don't care who's playing quarterback. Affect him, turn the ball, make them turn the ball over. And if that means you got to bring, 5, 6, 7 guys, then those guys got to cover in the back end, man. They've got to cover maybe a half a step longer because you're not going to sit there with 4 and get to him. And then you're in trouble.
Well, if Brock Purdy is back in there, and I'll just use this one as far as our XLP Big Three, is just that pass pressure needs to remain a big piece of this puzzle. Brock Purdy doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of chemistry right now with the receivers that are out there because they don't have a bunch of healthy wide receivers. When he went in to open the season, he goes out of that game. George Kittle goes out of that game. Juwan Jennings has been hurt since then, and you don't really have the full complement of players. Ricky Pearsall is there. Ricky Pearsall is their leading receiver right now. He's nearly 300 yards, and he's made plays. Mac Jones went over 270 the 2 starts that he had, but that pass pressure's got to be there. Trent Williams is 2 clicks from 40. Okay, he's 38 years old, still doing work, Leon.
Yeah.
But they need to be able to take advantage of whoever it is on the other side or interiorly.
Yeah, and I can't say he's lost a step.
I was just going to say, still probably the best left tackle.
He's still good, bro. He's still good. Absolutely still good. I mean, Josh Allen's got to put in work. Mm-hmm. He's going to absolutely put in work. I mean, he's seen it all. He's seen every rush. He knows how to be physical, know how to be in the finesse. He knows how to quick set you, jump set you, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a battle.
Yeah. I'll give you another of the big three that a year ago, this team, and I've said it often, this team absolutely sucked in the secondary and the pass rush, which added up to every quarterback basically having himself a day. They were second to the bottom in the league in passer rating allowed. They gave up big play after big play after big play. Ronald Darby, a free agent last year, compared to a Jordan Lewis this year, night and day. They are now at the top of the league in passer rating allowed. Okay, it is below, I think it was over 104 last year, below 65 this year. So keep it up, man. That's pass pressure and coverage.
Look at the difference between those 2 cornerback free agent signings between Balky,
hideous,
and James Gladstone.
Yeah,
Darby
hideous.
And Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis has been a star in the making, inside and outside, and both of them, by the way, long in tooth.
Has anyone signed Darby?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Matt. Yours.
Yeah. Oh, my third. I didn't know we were doing another. I thought we were going to break. I see this team, and we've been talking about the receivers and over and over and over and over. I want to see Brendan Strange get more involved.
Okay, that's another good one.
I think that the first game, what we saw with Brendan Strange in the first game, we were like, okay, all right, maybe it'll be all right without Evan Ingram.
Yeah,
and now he's kind of like I don't know. It's like he's not there anymore.
Well, no. He had a decent game this last week.
Decent, but I mean, I want him to focus on him.
Okay,
get him 6-7 catches, man.
Let's not forget this, okay? I believe it was 5 catches on 7 targets. I have to go back and look. But this also goes back to the Trevor accuracy, okay? And Brenton Strange is right now a good enough tight end that you don't exactly know what's going to happen with this offense like you did with an Evan Ingram.
He's catching the ball. How about that?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't know what the offense is going to do because he can stay in line and block.
Yeah.
That's the difference between him and Evan Ingram that we argued about. This guy is physical and can punish you in the run game, and they targeted him, and he made a few big catches this past week.
Well, here's the thing when it comes to the tight end. I mean, as far as we don't have anybody that's stressing the long ball to where they're catching the long ball to where he can find the pockets in the zone to catch.
A little skinny post.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, Leon,
but there's got to be stress from our receivers on the defense in order to open up the middle of the field.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Now that also works back to Trevor too. A little more accuracy with that long ball would go a long way. Offensive line, better than expected. They're doing a decent enough job for Trevor to have enough time. I think he dropped back 40 times. He did take 2 sacks. But he needs to get that long.
It's amazing that we're not even talking about the offensive line right now.
Yeah.
as a weakness.
I think we need to give them all credit.
When it was clearly the weakness. Here's another thing with the accuracy with Trevor is the more drops, the worse his accuracy is going to get because he's going to start pressing.
Right.
Which is what he did last year too. When the protection broke down, he started pressing and trying to make perfect throws.
Yeah.
So that happened. Carson Beck did the exact same thing for Georgia last year.
Now,
look how different he is this year with protection.
And the drops do count against him. Okay, it's not it hurts his completion percentage. But you know the only guy that's got a worse completion percentage right now? Cam Ward.
Oh yeah.
Among starters, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're dropping passes right and left at Tennessee.
Right, and so right now this team in 14 drops, that's at the top of the charts. They need to clean that up. All of them, not just BTJ, all of them. And then that'll hopefully clean up his completion.
That's the top of the league, 14?
Yeah. All right.
I saw Cam Ward Daddy get up out of his seat after all them drops they've been having.
14 in 3 games.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And BTJ obviously has shared in this. And then all of a sudden Parker Washington got a little bit of that last week. Diami had it the week before when he had what would have been very likely a game winner. And so, all that stuff has to come together. But that passing game needs to rise up Sunday against the 49ers. And that's a hard-hitting bunch. You've predicted it. I agree with you. It's going to be that chin strap game. You have to be ready.
It's going to be a fist fight.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our picks coming up here. We've heard from Matt the Corona Cat. He has made his picks. He has sent them in. We'll go over our standings, and we'll give you, one of our listeners, a chance to load up on what is going to be a very nice monthly giveaway with Corona and Sonny's. The Corona Tailgate package includes the tent, the cooler, the chairs, football, all the stuff that you would want when you're partying outdoors and getting ready for a big ball game. And then Sonny's to feed you. Oh, yeah, you're going to love it. We'll give one of you guys a chance coming up in just a bit to see if you can beat Matt the Corona Cat and XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Setting the field on fire with electrifying plays.
What a play! What a play!
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Did you have to go Sports Center on me, though?
Listen for the performance painting high-performance play of the game on 1010XL.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barry here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barry Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to BarryOrthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barry Orthopedics.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
Hunters know patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Fences come in all shapes and sizes. It's not just as simple as build me a fence. That's where Duval Fence steps in. They've got it all, from vinyl and aluminum to chain link and quality wood fencing. Duval Fence has been part of Jacksonville since the 70s, and their work stands up to the test of time. Companies come and go, but serving the community as a valued business partner means something to Duval Fence. Residential, commercial, large industrial projects. Check out DuvalFence.com for the local original fence company.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. How about a six-pack of picks on XL Primetime? It's time to protect the crown. Capped by Corona, La Playa awaits.
Beautiful.
That sounded good. That pool.
Oh, yeah.
My
Beautiful.
gosh,
La Playa awaits. But in this case, it's La Playa. Okay, who's it going to be when it comes to our picks? A six-pack of picks with Matt, the Corona Cat, involved in the festivities. We've got his picks. We got Coach Campo's picks. And once we get through ours with 3 big from the college game, 3 big from the NFL, then we'll give one of our callers a chance. And this is the last of September. Okay, we actually had 5 weekends of September action, but someone's going to walk away with a beautiful tailgate setup courtesy of Corona, Sonny's gift card, so you can hook up some great barbecue. All right, let's get to it, JJ.
Yeah, and our listener last week, Kurt, was good. He was 4-2, and our Corona guy was only 3-3, so he gets more names in the drawing.
Yeah.
All of our callers have done at least 4-2 or better every weekend.
And
which
just
is
so
awesome.
you know, what JJ's saying is that you beat Matt the Corona Cat, you get double the entry into the prize draw.
Yes.
You run the table, you get triple the entry.
We haven't had any 6-0s yet, but we've been close.
All
right. So here are our standings after 4 weeks. Our boy Matt has been amazing the last 2 weeks. He was 5-1, which takes him to even. He's 12-12. I'm 13-11. Joe's 14-10. Leon and Corona tied at 15-9, and of course, our leader 17-7. Coach Campo.
I am the crown.
Of course
I'll give you his picks at the end. So first off, we'll do the NFL. We got the music playing. We got Eagles at Bucks. Eagles on the road, 3.5-point favorites. Leon.
Wow. I'm going to take Baker. I'm going to take the Bucks at home.
All right.
Yeah.
Joe?
I got to go with Baker. Okay, and this is becoming a little bit of an anti-Philly thing, but I am going to take the points. I think that's probably a good point.
Philly, by the way, who inexplicably covered last weekend after being down the whole game and then blocking a field goal, which that didn't do it, but the return as time expired into the end zone gave Philly the cover.
And what was even more unbelievable, a 330-pound man was running nearly 19 miles per hour in Jordan Davis.
He was running like he had money on himself.
Oh, my God.
All right, Matt.
I think the Eagles are going to win that game, but I'm worried about that hook.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take the Bucks and the points.
Okay.
I'm taking the Bucks as well. I thought I was going to be one of the few, but no. All right, Colts at Rams. Rams at home, 3.5-point favorites. Leon.
Matthew. Stafford.
Okay.
Taking the Rams.
All right. I feel like Indy's win streak is going to come to an end, and Jacksonville's got a chance to tie them atop the AFC South. But I'll still will take those points.
You can take the points in the Colts.
Yeah.
How many points is it again, JJ?
3.5.
Right now, one of our listeners is doing the same thing that Matt's doing, trying to figure it out.
I almost think, actually, I think the Colts might win this thing outright. I'm going to take the Colts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Rams. I ain't scared of that half.
Okay.
All right, Ravens at Chiefs. 1-3 teams. Ravens on the road in Kansas City are 2.5-point favorites. Leon.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Sorry, Elbow.
Wow.
The Chiefs going to be 1-4 when they come here?
No. So you got, it could be
the Chiefs
1-3.
They could win, or they could cover without winning.
These teams are right now both 1-2. Someone's going to be 1-3.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Someone's going to be 1-3 when it's all said and done. But
I was just thinking about the Gators.
Yeah.
Sorry when I said that earlier.
I feel like
see that little shot he had at you?
Yeah.
He just never stops, man.
He has had more
2
fun.
wins under his belt.
It ends October 4th. It ends, okay? Can't believe I'm saying that. All right, so...
are you going to be a Knoll fan now?
I have no idea. Minus 2.5, and Kansas City still seems to figure out a way every single time. But the Ravens are reeling. They got to get this game, and they got to get it in a big way. I'm gonna lay the points.
All right, so you're taking the Ravens on the road, Matt.
I'm taking the Chiefs at home. Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm taking the
Mahomes we
Chiefs.
trust in KC, baby.
I'm taking the Chiefs as well, but I don't feel good about it.
I don't either, but at the end of the day, it's still Mahomes.
Let's go to Saturday. I mean, what a juicy Saturday. We couldn't include the 10 other games that are worth watching on here. Woo! We had 3. All right, so we'll start with the Big Ten because that we know it doesn't mean as much up there.
No.
Oregon at Penn State. Matt just informed us during the break that Oregon is going to be wearing bright light
glow in the dark gloves, glow in the dark socks, I believe it is.
Listen, you can't lose a game.
And the face mask, I think, is going to be glowing in the dark.
If you're going to be dressing like that, you better win.
Bro,
awesome.
You can't be bedazzled and lose the game.
Let me tell you something. It's Penn State's got the white out. So Oregon's like, all right, you got your white out. We'll come in with some glow in the dark stuff for you. How about that?
Phil Knight just says, here's that shake this stick and it's glow in the dark type of stuff.
All right, so in Happy Valley at night, white out. Penn State 3.5-point favorites against Oregon. Leon.
Penn State. I got to knit the lines.
Okay.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, you're laying 3.5.
Yeah.
It's so funny because we haven't seen these two teams play really anybody just yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Oregon, as you guys described, got thumped in the Rose Bowl by Penn State last year.
No. Oregon got thumped by Ohio State in the Rose Bowl.
By Ohio State, there you
Right,
go.
right.
They got
They won. They beat Penn State.
Penn
in a
State.
big
I get so
Big Ten
confused
title
with it.
game.
That's it.
We
Like,
went over this yesterday.
I know, and I still can't remember it. It just means less. Okay, I got to get this right. I feel like Dante Moore hasn't played a road game in who knows how long.
Yes,
but
he was a starting quarterback for UCLA.
Yeah, but I'm going to I'm gonna take the points. I'm gonna take the points.
This is where something wrong with this game. There's something wrong with this game because if you're just looking at it and you look at these two teams, you think Oregon should win this game rather comfortably. Why is Penn State favored by 3.5?
Their house, that atmosphere,
I know, I get that.
crowd.
I get all that.
More experienced quarterback.
Let's add to it. James Franklin against top 10 teams is 4-20. 4-20.
I've been thinking Oregon the entire week. I'm gonna lay the 3.5 and take Penn State.
Wow. Yeah, I think Oregon's gonna win this game. I'm taking the Ducks. All right. Should we go? Yeah, let's go with this one first. LSU at Ole Miss. So Mississippi at home is a 1.5 point favorite, Leon.
These are hard games, man.
Yeah, they are, bro. I'm gonna take the lane train.
All right.
I don't like that we're like, I don't know, piggybacking on some of these picks. I worry about Nussmeier a little bit in this game. And I do believe that Trinidad and Austin Simmons will be in on this action.
I think they both play too.
Yeah. And then who knows what happens with Lane's daughter when it's all said that she may break up with that Weeks kid.
I'm more concerned about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Hottie Toddy. Hottie Toddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Matt?
So here's the one thing that's like jumping out at me, like just literally jumping out at me right now in this game. Ole Miss could have lost to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Ole Miss could have lost to Arkansas.
There was like 900 yards of offense in the first half of that ball game.
I'm taking the Tigers to go in there with that defense.
Okay. The Blake Bakers. Okay.
Suffocate them. And I'll take the 1.5.
All right.
Yeah,
Not
I
a bad thought.
like LSU to win this game. It's just Ole Miss, guys.
It's just Ole Miss, but
It's
this
just
is what
Ole Miss.
This is what Brian Kelly has to go through.
I just
Not
think
good
that
enough for you,
getting those couple big wins early in the season, I think, I don't know. LSU's probably feeling
No
themselves
matter
a little
what
bit.
the other two teams look like now, those two wins helped LSU.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Their
they,
psyche.
They haven't seen an offense like Clemson and LSU, or excuse me, Clemson and Florida
You
compared
don't think
to Ole
DJ
Miss.
Lagway's got the Ole Miss style offense in him? No?
Yeah, I think this might be a slightly bit better brand of O than
All
what
right.
Cade Klubnik and DJ threw at him.
And last but certainly not least, Bama at Georgia. Georgia, I believe their home winning streak is around 33. Does that make you start to think, Leon?
Hang on, real
Start
quick,
to sweat a little
all you
bit?
guys. Last team to beat Georgia in Athens. Anybody know?
Well, you told me earlier in the week, so I won't say it.
The last team to beat Georgia.
Last team to beat Georgia in Athens. The last team to beat Georgia in Athens.
Ole Miss.
Nope. Wait till you guys
cocky.
hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
cocky.
champ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Muschamp went in there in 2019,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Where's
And,
that?
and they got it 33 in a row right now. I'm pretty
Let
sure.
me tell you something.
Yeah.
You
That's
could
what I
give
said,
Muschamp
so-
grief for the Florida time.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, he had something for you.
He had a good defense.
Every once in a while is the bad part.
That's never good enough.
Every once in a while. So, yeah, Leon, are you worried? Is it? I mean, it's still far away from 58.
Oh, I'm not worried. They got
Okay.
25 more home games to play. Yeah, they're not going to break out.
All right, so this might be the one. Georgia at home, only 2.5 point favorites against Alabama.
I'm taking Georgia.
This does seem like a dirty line. It's too small.
It's
a
weird,
line.
right?
It's basically some guys getting healthy for Alabama. The Gunnar Stockton has been pretty damn effective. I'll throw some numbers at you guys coming up here in just a second. But just in the interest of time, I'm going to lay less than a field goal.
Here's the problem. If Tennessee hits that field goal, all we're talking about is how Georgia can't cover the deep ball.
Yeah.
Which they haven't been able to cover since 2023.
But that was Joey Smokes throwing the ball. Now
Right.
is Ty Simpson going to be able to do it on the road?
Right, and then I go to the other side of the ball is now Alabama thinks they're back and everything's different with Ty Simpson. He's played great against La Monroe and the worst Wisconsin team since like 1991.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Georgia.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, JJ.
Yeah, makes me want to change my pick because literally all of us are taking them. But I'm taking Georgia as well. I'm just not going to go against them at home.
That is scary. It really is. All right, Matt the Corona Cat. Let me rattle off his picks. And then Coach Campo, JJ, you got to give us his as well. And then we'll give one of our listeners a chance. This is the last go-around for September for that huge tailgate giveaway with Corona and Sonny's. So Matt the Corona Cat, Eagles, -3.5. He's taking them over the Bucks. Rams, -3.5, laying it against the Colts. Ravens, -2.5, laying it against the Chiefs. So he is all chalk in the NFL.
Yes.
Then he basically flips his card. 2 of the 3 catching points in the college game. He takes LSU +1.5, Oregon +3.5, Georgia -2.5 for Matt the Corona Cat.
Yeah, Campo's taking Georgia, Penn State, LSU, Eagles, Rams, Ravens.
Okay, so he did take those 3 favorites in the NFL. Okay. All right, so our picks are in. We have fun with it every week, and now you can have fun with it. JJ will pick up the lucky caller, 641-1010. You got that 6-pack of Corona selections to make, and then we'll see if you can beat the cat and go in the winner's pile twice. You run the table. You go in there 3 times, but you got a chance. We'll draw a winner next week for our September giveaway with Corona and Sonny's.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
The Bulldogs are road dogs as they head to Baldwin Friday night at 6:30 on 1010 AM.
It's the big fella, Leon Searcy, your lemon pepper guy. Back in the game and fired up to be back endorsing Wingstop. Man, I miss those crispy, saucy wings. They hit just right. Wingstop's got the most mouth-watering flavors in town. And you know my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Big news. Wingstop just opened a brand new location at Jeremiah Street in Middleburg. That's 17 locations across the First Coast, serving up the hot, fresh wings daily. Whether you're craving classic, atomic, or lemon pepper, get there and taste the hype. Find Wingstop today for lunch, dinner, and open late night till 1 a.m.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving? Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, ProMasters, and custom uplifts ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online to jaxwest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Looking for that designer engagement ring like Tacori or Viraggio? Then hear this. The only locally owned authorized dealer here for these exquisite rings is Beard's Diamonds. Beard's is your destination for the top names in bridal design. Tacori, Viraggio, Sylvie, Gabriel & Company, Gnome Carver, and more. If she's seen it on Pinterest or in a bridal magazine, Beard's has it. Exquisite, handcrafted, and made in America. So you can get her the ring of her dreams without having to go to one of those national mega chain jewelers. At Beard's, there's no big company rules, no Wall Street sales goals, no impersonal service. The non-committal on-the-mission experts at Beards Diamonds will take their time and let you see dozens of ring styles from all the most sought-after designers. Beards is proud to be Jacksonville's premier jeweler for nearly 45 years. We're committed to this area and promise an authentic, refined, and risk-free experience without markups, without pricing games, without corporate red tape getting in the way of making you happy. Beards Diamonds, Jacksonville's diamond store, at the shops at St. John's Town Center.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
All right, a couple more thoughts on these big college games before we are done. But we also need to drill down one more time on Duval heading west, taking on San Francisco. We were doing our XLP Big Three earlier, Leon, and we kind of rattled off a handful of things. And when you look at the injury report, it certainly is a big question mark if De'Ami Brown is going to be available. And then obviously a mash unit of sorts for San Francisco out there with all the guys that they basically are unavailable for a variety of reasons. You may not have 100% Brock Purdy out there either, even if he does give it a go on Sunday. What do you think about Travis Hunter on both sides of the ball? How are you picturing it going in terms of incorporating it?
Well, but depending on De'Ami Brown, whether he's a scratch or he's going to play in the game, you still got to get him more touches. You absolutely got to incorporate him in the offense a lot more. He showed last week that one catch he turned for like 20. He has those kind of capabilities, and you got to stress him, with the long ball every now and then. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a dynamic player. Get him on the 9 route, get him in single coverage, and see if you can get the ball to him. That kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not our fault they're hurt. So we got to take clear-cut advantage of that in this game.
Yeah, I was saying this last week, and I think I said it the week before too. You didn't mortgage your future for a corner. Mm-hmm. Get him the ball. Find ways to get him the ball on offense. And I keep hearing people say, well, he's still learning the position. He only knows a few routes, and they're not comfortable. Then find a way to get him the ball. Find a way to get him the ball in plays and formations where he's comfortable. Because you didn't do what you did in this draft to have him play 30 plays on offense where maybe 2 or 3 are significant, and then another 30 on defense. That's not what he is. You told us he was a unicorn. Yeah. Make him that unicorn.
Yeah, but you also have to say that we're 3 games into this bad boy, and so.
Also, Gladstone said that, not the actual coach.
Right, I get that, but my point is,
actually,
the actual coach has been, the actual coach has been praising him too.
Well, of course,
what's he supposed to say?
Yeah,
I know, but my point is, I don't care how many games you're in. If he's a unicorn, it's game one.
I think all any of us are waiting to see is a little more of what it is, and
right,
I will agree with that. But you can't just sit there and go, okay, I got to have him in on this many more plays to prove that the bold move that we made is making sense now.
No, it's not even the plays. It's I want him to get touches.
Yeah, well, like I said, Trevor's forced the ball to him more times than not. Take a look at the first 2 games, the lack of completions with balls that were forced to Brian Thomas Jr. and to Travis Hunter. So there's a lot that has to do with the success of Travis Hunter getting the football. And especially if you go back and think, he would have been a hit, and we described this before. If he didn't get flagged for the PI, makes the play that basically saves the day against Cincinnati, he's a big hit. If he catches that tip ball right before the half from Brian Thomas Jr., he's a big hit. If he catches any of those long balls that were delivered just a little more air that we argued about, but would have been a big hit.
My point is, use a rub route. Get him free in space.
Well, they did it the other day, and I expect that to happen. A few more of those. Those just get him going on the outside.
I just think going into the season, we had the anticipation that he was a Macy's, and now he's just a department store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were expecting.
He's like Woolworth now. Man.
I was just saying. And I understand.
He's a stop and go is what he is instead of a superstore.
I mean, I'm not going to say we were sold a bag of goods. I'm just saying that the expectations of it.
Right.
That's like someone telling you that hey man, you got to go to this steakhouse. It's amazing, or whatever, and you go there and you eat. You're like.
Tough piece of meat.
Yeah, man.
I was promised Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of my point.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't be Shohei if you don't actually get him the ball.
There's a hand in the penalties. There's a hand in Trevor's
I'm not saying there's
quarterbacking.
not.
There's a hand in the run game was being stuffed and stopped. So then all of a sudden he started trying to do a little bit more through the air.
How about a jet sweep?
Well, yeah, but they had De'Ami Brown doing that, and then everyone says we don't want to get him broken. It's just there's a lot of second guessing going on. But know this, people. Let's make this the 10-10 take real quick because there's been a hell of a lot more things to smile about on offense here of late compared to years past.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit master since 68.
Oh, you can get you some delicious Sonny's Barbecue this week. I already said it. You can sew your behind to the lazy boy. You don't need to move from in front of that television. And so why not go get you a delicious lunch or dinner at Sonny's and then get you an extra rack to take home for the weekend. Enjoy some delicious barbecue at Sonny's. The mandate to see more of him, I totally get. Travis Hunter, more. But I don't think we should be ignoring what he did do on defense the other day. He handled Nico Collins, which is one of the top receivers in the National Football League, for a good part of it. And you want superstar status on the offense, but you also don't want to give up the big play on defense, which is what the other cornerback did in Tyson Campbell against Nico Collins. So let this thing evolve. Give him a chance to exist in the system a little bit more, but it's going to require Trevor Lawrence delivering an accurate football. It's going to require the run game being there so the respect level is up in terms of what they can do by toting it to give a little more room for the receiver to get open down the field. All these parts have to come together for Travis Hunter to be a little bit more of a superstar. That's the 10-10 take.
We don't need him protecting them, okay?
I'm not protecting anybody.
We don't need that.
It's just
we
a bunch
just
of
want to see him with the ball. That's all.
Huh?
We just want to see him with the ball. We don't need Joe to protect him.
Yeah, we need touches.
I'm totally with you, and I'm not here protecting.
No, I think you're protecting them. Actually.
Oh my gosh! You know what's curving?
There's a lot of stuff that has to happen. Actually, just get out there and throw him the ball.
I love the guy that sits behind the typewriter and never has to actually make a play. Here's the thing. You know what has to happen? Less penalties, more accurate throws. There's more offense happening in the first.
Those things don't happen every play, though.
Bro,
Joe.
there's more offense happening in the first 3 weeks of this season than took place the entire 17 weeks of
I love the way they're headed offensively. There's no doubt about it.
Like, how can we not look at that and say, hey, this thing is on the
No
come.
doubt about it. All I'm saying is we're 3 games in, and you're promised a Lamborghini, and you got a Jetta.
Listen, I was the first to say it earlier this after
Jettas are nice.
Yeah,
they are nice, but they're not a Lambo.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
But I was the first to say it after the first 2 games. I'm like, what are we doing here? We're not seeing enough of them. So I understand the frustration, but you are not going to just sit there and all of a sudden microwave this bad boy.
It's clear that he's not ready. Like, the coaches don't think he's ready, man. And they're winning in spite of that. So just give him
If
time.
he's not ready, whose fault is that?
Oh, my gosh.
What are you oh my goshing about? If he's not ready, whose fault is that?
Because they're asking him to do more at the highest level of football.
Yeah, it's not the
he did
Big
it
12.
He did it against lesser
Right,
teams
but
in a Colorado
playing
uniform.
Kansas. I'm not blaming him. If he's not ready, they don't have him prepared to be ready. I'm not blaming him.
Wait a minute. All right, I'm confused now. So now it's not his fault or the coach's fault?
I'm saying if he's not,
I just think it's an incredibly difficult
what did I say? It wasn't
thing
the coach's
to pull
fault.
off.
I never said it wasn't the coach's fault. I'm saying if players aren't ready, if they're not prepared in a game, don't know what they're doing,
you're asking him
coaching.
to do something at the highest level.
Okay, he's a professional.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, he's got uncertainty because there's got to be some level of learning that's going on compared to what he did at Colorado.
Yeah, they're all professionals and guys that were the greatest at their craft, one position. Step up a level.
I love you guys. I love that. You guys. Does Ibuka have a learning curve?
No.
What about his learning curve?
He's playing one position.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, do you want to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Just stop it.
Do you want to talk about him?
Okay, let's talk about Justin Jefferson. Let's talk about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
So now we're going to go with the elite.
Well, we're told he's a unicorn, are we not?
Well, yeah, there's a salesman part of this. and then an actual.
Oh, now it's a
performance.
salesman. Okay, I got it now.
Okay,
It's only week 3, Matt. You want him to be elite at wide receiver and corner?
No,
in
I
3
don't.
weeks?
I'm not saying elite. I'm saying
Not
show
one
me
catch.
something.
Not one catch
Not
for 20
one
yards.
catch where you're like, all right, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you not think that there was not a salesman part of this at all?
On Gladstone's part, absolutely.
On the team's part.
But that's Gladstone. Coen knows that he has to go in there and actually put the pieces in place. And obviously, as a coach, he's like, this
He
dude
ain't
ain't
gonna
ready.
force feed this bad boy.
Exactly. He's like, I'm not just gonna put this guy in positions because we traded a draft pick for him.
Right. I'm not saying put him in. I'm saying
if Cohen's doesn't think he's ready, he's not going to play him.
That you think he is. He can be a huge weapon for this team.
Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not.
Yeah, it's a bridge up, man. It's a bridge up. It doesn't all happen overnight, especially when you're talking about a position that requires a hell of a lot. If that's the only thing you're doing, the only thing. And now, the way he defended Nico Collins was pretty damn good the other day. And that's a huge part of them getting that win, holding them down to 10 points. All right, we'll keep it rolling. We're almost done. You got Helmets and Heels coming up after us. You guys can keep arguing about it. 641-1010.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Jacksonville, archery season is here, and nobody does archery like Green Acres Sporting Goods, home of the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida. Come test shoot the newest bows from Matthews, Hoyt, Raven, and all the top brands. And starting this month, take advantage of Florida's sales tax holiday on all Second Amendment related items, running now through the end of the year. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timaquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-Game Friday. Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Get ready. Monday Night Football is coming to Everbank Stadium October 6th. And this is a matchup you won't want to miss. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are throwing it back in their Prowler jersey as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs under the Primetime lights. Don't wait. Be a part of the action. Get your tickets now by visiting us online at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank for Primetime Football.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that this Jaguar team goes into Sunday, play the 49ers on the West Coast. Can change the narrative for this team. I don't care about nationwide, but just within that locker room, knowing that you can go and beat a team that's sound, from top to bottom, and can bring a lot of confidence into your locker room.
You're on the boat? You on their winning boat with me?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'm on the boat, bro.
Wow.
Oh, it's a great opportunity.
Yes.
I like it as well.
All right. My takeaway is just find a way to give him the ball is all I'm saying. It doesn't have to be 10 times. Get him in situations where you can get Travis Hunter the ball in space. It can be schemed up. It's not difficult.
Yeah, I agree. Can't argue with it at all. But they've already schemed up some other things. Hell, they were trying to fix a drop problem this past week.
Right, that's a good point.
Okay.
The larger issue right now with the receiving core.
They're trying to fix
the 14
drop problem.
drops.
They're trying to fix an accuracy problem and trying to get a run game going that didn't exist before. They were leading the league in rushing, leading the league in takeaways. They continue to be at the top in the takeaway department. You know what they have done? I think over 0.25% of the time, they're forcing turnovers on defensive plays. That's pretty good when you consider what they're able to do with the number of takeaways that they've had to this point. So I like what it's adding up to be. It all ain't going to happen overnight, but I'll 100% take the evolution of ETN and Bashal Tootin and LaQuint Allen. And Leon, I told you in the very beginning, I need to see 60 plays of what gap blocking looks like versus zone blocking. And I do think we've seen it. It was stuffed a little bit this past week against Houston in the first half. They got to get that back this weekend. It's going up against Fred Warner and company, which ain't going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. But the thing that I liked about this Jaguar team is that on the back end, in the second half, they rushed, like 75 yards.
75.
And they accounted for a lot of conversions on third down by running the football. So that was key to them winning in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I like that part about that.
Get it done like that. All right, let's get it done because we're done.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Taylor Dahl joins us now. Helmets and Heels getting ready to roll. Fired up on a Friday. I'm so ready to go.
I love Fridays. It's fantastic, especially good football Fridays.
Yeah, and I'm almost ready to ditch the USA shirt after the 3-1 start. But let's just
panicking already.
I know I am. I know I am.
Dan and Jeff were. I guess Jeff. Dan was already panicking at about 8:30 this morning. So.
Well, I can appreciate that. Hopefully, they'll be able to come back and battle back. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, so obviously we'll get a lot into the game. We have Eric Armstead coming on today. So former team. We'll get into some of the stuff of Kyle Shanahan, his familiarity with that team, and some of the things that he thinks, even with all of the long list of injuries that they have. It looks like their whole team's on the injury report this week. But some of the insight from Eric and his obviously being with them for a long time. So we'll get into that. We'll all get talk a little bit of college football. We have our picks today, so I think we're all have a lot of college picks we're leaning towards because there's a lot of good college football this weekend.
Oh my gosh, yeah, a lot of good ones. But Eric Armstead could be a star on Sunday, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Taylor.
Thank you.
All right, Helmets and Heels coming up with Taylor, Lauren, Tommy Mack. They got it done. And we all smell a dub? We all smell a dub? Okay. All right. Love it. Love it. All right. Say thanks to Florida Home AC on this Friday. We appreciate them always taking care of us, and they can take care of you as well. We are done. You got plenty more coming your way with a full lineup right here on the Superstation, and then, of course, on Sunday at 4 o'clock with the kick. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Surson, JJ.